I'm so excited, you guys. Today we're going to talk about the 90-second rule, and I can't wait to hear how it changes your life like it changed mine. So let's get into it. Viktor Frankl was an Austrian psychiatrist who survived Auschwitz, and in fact, he was taken to 4 concentration camps in the span of 3 years. He lost his father, mother, and brother at concentration camps during this time. He once said, "When we can no longer change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Everything can be taken from a human but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." And this, my friends, is one of the most powerful statements that can change your life if you let it. We're inundated with news of turmoil, recession, war, natural disasters, and that doesn't even touch on the negatives we face in our personal lives on a daily basis. It takes a lot of positivity to outweigh the negativity in order to not let it take its toll in your life. Thankfully, there's so much we can learn and unlearn, so things outside of our control consume us less and less. Those things take a lot of our energy, both physically and mentally, but they really don't have to. Bolte Taylor is known for the 90-second rule, through which she teaches people how to disrupt the downward spiral that can often take place when we feel a negative emotional response to something. She says, quote, "When a person has a reaction to something in their environment, there's a 90-second chemical process that happens. Any remaining emotional response is just the person choosing to stay in that emotional loop," end quote. She eloquently explains how our brains are hardwired to react to threats, which trigger the fight or flight reaction. This is just the way we were created to survive. It's no one's fault, but we live in a different time today, and it's easy to let that part of us get carried away over sometimes even minor annoyances, such as traffic or waiting in lines at the store. We feel the stress chemicals coursing throughout us, but we have 90 seconds to choose how we let it affect us from there. We can let autopilot take over and perseverate on something we have absolutely no control over, or we can do something as simple as look at a watch and observe ourselves in the midst of the bodily response while 90 seconds pass by. There's so much we can't control, but think about what we can. We can choose how we respond in any given situation, and the path to feeling feel-good chemicals again can become much, much shorter if we practice this regularly. And this isn't to diminish anything negative that happens, and you won't find toxic positivity promoted here. But if we let stress become a chronic issue, our health can start to suffer. I don't know if you might be a highly sensitive person like me too, but this is something that will help me for the rest of my life. While the goal isn't to always be happy, we can certainly benefit from doing all we can to not get sucked into cycles of negativity. Try implementing the 90-second rule using a stopwatch and let me know how it makes a difference. Think about if you get an extra hour every time you practice this, an extra hour of your life back. Think about how that will add up over the course of your life. And I have a feeling it will make a huge difference. What you sow by following some of these things really will reap a lot of benefits in your life, and I really hope it will leave you feeling happy.